So the problem is when the hold-in wire and you put power to it, this chicken shit little spring they've got on here is not making the, it's not pulling the shutoff lever far enough forward. It's not strong enough. It's not pulling it forward. Because what it happens, it's spring loaded the other way. When the power goes away from the fuel shutoff solenoid, that goes back to stop the engine. So either this is gummed up inside from sitting for so long. We might actually take some penetrating oil, but I'll just show you real quick. So we'll put it in its normal position like that. And I've got to prove to you, I'll show you how it won't start. It'll crank and crank and crank and finally start. Okay, see that? All right, guys, so what I've got now is I took the lever by hand and shoved it all the way forward. So now let's go over here to the starter and we'll jump across it, and you watch, it'll start right up. And if you hook everything back up, it won't, because it's not right. So it's not the fuel. It's not the fuel. I think I can adjust this fuel shutoff solenoid. Is what I can do is I can adjust that. How did I have that on there? Yes, I can adjust it with those two bolts back there, I believe, to where it shoves that further ahead. Actually, no, that ain't gonna do it, because it's actually out. It's actually out. So when it, okay, that's what's going on. The spring isn't strong enough to pull it back, is what the deal is. But you can't put too strong of a spring on there, or it's going to counteract it. So when you turn the key off and it shoves it back to shut it off, you got to make sure it'll shut it off. Right, I noticed that when it come off, see where the stop is right there, the bolt? That stop wasn't coming all the way. It's about a 1/4 inch away from it. It's still shutting the engine off, but I thought, well, something must not be right. So I got it adjusted and tried it a couple times, and now it seems to be just right. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's the way an 8.3 Cummins is supposed to start and supposed to sound right there. See what it does when it shuts off. Now we've got it shut off, let's start it again. They had a spring when I took this thing apart. This is the way it came when we hit it apart. They had a piece of wire here, and they had this spring to pull it. See, when you energize that fuel shutoff solenoid, it's actually collapsing that plunger on it. And then this little spring is supposed to help the lever. It's supposed to be an assist on that to pull that back, the shutoff. And I lubed that shutoff shaft up and everything too, and worked it back and forth. But it seems like she's going to be okay now. Need a little bit stiffer spring to pull that back. I unhooked that damn auxiliary pump for now. I got tired of listening to it. What a difference, huh? Well, now we can move on to other things and get the rest of this stuff put together now that I know all that's going to be fine. Yeah, I thought that, well, I'll put fresh fuel in it this morning and run it a while and it'll probably be fine. And then it just was still kind of, is doing that clattering. And I got to looking, well, the way I figured it out is I had Blake get in there and I said, go to the start position, and it wouldn't start. And then I grabbed that lever and pushed it that way, about that much further, and it fired right up. And I said, well, that's our problem. This thing's not adjusted right. Being we're that far away from the stop, when it comes back, when you shut the key off, and it's not going that way far enough, this thing's not adjusted right to make it start right. So that was the problem all along. So let's proceed. Well, guys, they're kind of closing in on her. I got a new suction line here for this pump today. Got it on there. I had to take my pump drive back off because I had to get all these belts on here. Let's see if I can get my I don't have my flashlight with me. Anyways, got the AC compressor mounted, got the everything on the front end, fan hub extension on there. Alternator mounted. This little Cessna pump here, I'm not sure what it's doing, but I gotta trace the line. I'm not really sure what that's doing. Anyway, I got everything pretty much wired except for this pressure switch up here. I need to hook it up, but anyway, can't pour water in it yet because I got the new thermostats in here. We broke 2 bolts, and I got the bolts out, and I got to get 2 longer bolts to bolt the upper neck for the upper radiator hose into. So I don't got much left to go. About everything on the engine's pretty well back together. I just gotta basically get that upper neck bolted on there, and then I can pour water in it, and we can run it for an extended period of time. But it's turned out pretty damn good. We'll fire it up and let you guys listen to it one more time, and then I'll see. I probably won't be able to get the bolts till Monday or Tuesday. And then I got to get a hold of George in Tennessee. He'll probably hear this, but I had to cancel the vacation. I just got too much going on. We're gonna postpone it and try to go at another time. It's just the warm weather came along, and I have to get that done. Blake went and got the kit for that today. I mean, I got between this and this, I bought all the parts. I've got about $7,000 in parts, and I need to get my shit done so I can get paid. I can't take another week and then I'm going broke. I got to get this stuff done, so there's the crank, there's the head, there's the interstate McBee parts for that. Oh yeah, this is another one over here we got that this one had a service diaphragm blown there, S-cams worn out. Put brakes and drums on the back. Anyway, let's fire this thing up. I'm gonna load up. It's about 8 o'clock at night. I'm gonna head home. The only alarm on it now should be the water level. Or not even that. Yeah, the water level. I'm not sure what this alarm here is. Oh, it went out. I know what it is. Don't she sound sweet? Oh, she just sounds sweet. She's like a glass of wine. She just keeps getting better with age. Charging? Yeah, 14 volts. You see how easy it starts? All right, folks. I think I'll probably be back with you on this one. Probably next week. I'll get those bolts and tidy a few things up, and then I gotta, when the guy loaded it on the lowboy, one of the hoses that go to the front diff lock or something, I know, not the front diff lock, what am I thinking, the one of the hubs inside there, he busted one of those with a chain or something. I gotta fix that. And then this tire here, the steer tire up there on the grader, we aired it up. But this one here, I got to get my cheetah tank and see if I can get it popped back on the bead and get it aired up. But anyways, pretty happy, pretty proud of her. She's turning out pretty damn good. And oil is just nice, and look at that. Look how nice, and I don't know if you can see that. Look how nice and clean that oil is. So probably this weekend, I'll probably be videoing this one here. Getting the Detroit all put back together. I got to get that Cummins out of that Dodge pickup too and get it torn down. He wants to see if there's anything salvageable left in it. You know, I don't know. We might just I don't know what we're gonna do with that yet.